Well, hello everybody. Lisa Fry, the Catholic unschooler, homeschooler, all around schooler. Hello. I wanted to come on here because, wow, like some serious stuff is going on with my nutritionist appointment. Like, whoa, it was so good. I went in not knowing how I'm going to get out of this. For instance, so lately I have been wanting to dabble into things like when I go to my sister's wedding and I have coffee. I gave up coffee, but I'm starting to drink it again, a little here and there, not every day. And so I'm trying to say okay, well, maybe during certain times, certain events, if I have to really want it, which is all the time. But so, and then I'm talking to her like this, right? And I'm like, well, when I went to the party, I put cream in my coffee. I don't eat dairy, and I'm like, I just wanted to do it, and I did fight off the cheese though. I out of all these events, I have not had one bite of cheese. As far as picking it up like a cheese was it in the eggplant parmesan? Yes. So, okay, I'm going on and giving her all these explanations. And I'm like, you know what? I've had so many people at my house lately that I don't know what's going on. And so she's like, Lisa, it's not about the choices of food you're making. And then you had this or you didn't have that. And so we finally got down to the most beautiful. This woman is a genius. I'm not even kidding. I need to get her an award, seriously, because unbelievable. She is so great with helping. She helped me come to the realization that even though I have company or I have different events, I always put, even if it's 11 o'clock at night, obviously if I'm like this and I'm so exhausted, I go to bed. I say, why stress your body out more, Lisa? That's not what it needs. If I'm a little tired and I say, you know what, it's 11 o'clock at night, my company just left and I have not exercised today, I will exercise for an hour. I will do it. And so she said, Lisa, why is it so important for you to exercise? Because whatever it is, I have decided in my brain that exercise is vital. It is, no matter what's going on, the world is exploding. I'm in the hospital with my daughter. No matter what's happening, I'll walk the corridors. I will move. Okay. That's always been a huge part. So what about food? Fruits and vegetables, right? They make me feel so young. You know what I mean? So why is it that why am I not doing that sometimes lately? And why? So I just gained weight. Okay. It was probably more than 6 pounds. All right. In a very short amount of time. 2 weeks? That's bad in my mind because that's not my goal. My goal is to get it off. But my also goal is to have a good time when I'm at parties and people are coming over. And we've discovered, she's a genius. We discovered that because I have so many people in my life right now in different events in these last few weeks, months, maybe a month or so, I'm not putting myself up on the priority list, right? So, and then all of a sudden it came out of my mouth. I said, I used to put God and then me next. But instead, I'm putting God and then everybody else. I almost feel like I don't even have that. I'm not really putting as much time with God as I was. And I feel like a superhero when there was a time in my life, just recently, for 2 years, where I'm putting myself right after God. That way there, I can put everybody else in there, and I can give them my best. So because I'm not doing that, I don't feel like myself. I don't feel like that superhero. I have to talk myself into, Lisa, last night I was exercising and my what I usually say to myself, I coach myself and I say, Lisa, you are better now that you're exercising than you were before you were exercising. And I'm like, yeah, but I have before it was this, yeah, every decision I make, every good thing that I do, I'm better. Does that make sense? So I'm just trying to show you that if you're in this situation, and she was like, Lisa, I'm so glad that you came here today, because so many people, and I believe me, I'm one of them, I get very tempted and emailing her saying, you know, I'm going to cancel my appointment because I know I can feel that I am not. I feel so bloated and just ew. And I don't like the way I feel. And it's not just physically, but my mental state. You know, I'm putting everybody first. And it's like, how can I put that exercise as a priority, even though I had all this, my social life is changing right now with there's more people, like a constant flow. And so I did put exercise as a priority. You see what I mean? So how can I take my friends, my fruits and my vegetables that make me feel so good, and how can I make that, you know, and so a priority. So I'm going to look up, I don't eat hummus and legumes and beans anymore. Those are my friends too. But I guess they really weren't. They were those kind of friends that act like they're your friends, but then they end up hurting you. And then it hurts my hip with my arthritis. So I feel so much better that I don't eat those things. And peanut butter was one of them. So I stay away from all that. And that's a helpful hint for you if you're struggling with arthritis or inflammation or anything like that. So I'm going to look up recipes on different kinds of pestos and hummus, and because I was starting to get bored with the way that I was eating, even though it's so exciting and colorful and beautiful. But because I didn't have that substance of that meaty, hearty, you know, the beans and the legumes, for me, that's huge. Then I was getting really bored, okay? I'm like, okay, now there's all that stuff is gone. I'm just gonna have a wrap with no fun stuff in it. She goes, Lisa, there's other recipes out there for dressings. You can keep it in your refrigerator instead of going for the Thousand Island dressing that I know is trash, really. And so I feel like I'm traumatizing my body, and I feel it. And then therefore my mind is being traumatized, and it's just all over not a good place. So if you're in this situation, like I'm saying, really evaluate like why do you prioritize certain things, even though like the whole world is in chaos around you, maybe in a good way, a lot happening. Why do you put that as a priority? So let's get what you normally know that you love as a priority. Also make time for yourself. Like kind of you have to keep on figuring, like tweaking it, you know what I mean, to get you there. Whew, okay. I just wanted to tell you that. That was very important. Okay. Thank you.